Hello viewers, Captain Breerton here and welcome back to another flight simulation video where today we're going to be flying from Dublin to Manchester in the PMDG 737-800 NGX, and I'm flying in the Ryanair livery for this flight, for this short hop across the Irish Sea. And as you can see, the passengers have just been loaded on, and now the baggages have just been loaded on as well. So I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into the cockpit, and I'm going to close the passenger doors, and then I'll go ahead and close the cargo doors as well. And for this flight, I'm going to be doing something different. Instead of me using the computer to fly the aircraft, I'm going to be flying this aircraft mostly by hand. With the only exception I'm going to make is the auto throttle. The auto throttle. The rest of the aircraft, the ailerons, the elevators, and the rudder is all going to be controlled by me. But I'm going to let the autopilot control the auto throttle instead. So without further ado, we have the seatbelt sign turned on. So let's go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps and the hydraulic pumps, and turn off the packs. Turn on the equipment cooling with window heat on, yaw damper on. Okay, and without further ado, we'll go ahead and turn on the TCAS, set squawk code 2200. Test that. And we'll also get the weather radar up.
TCAS test pass.
Alright, TCAS test passed. Very good. Now let's go ahead and begin pushback and departure. Do I require de-icing treatment? No, I don't. Second pushback direction. Well, there's only one, so I'll take the first one. Alright, so as you can see, it's a bit misty out here in Dublin at the minute, but hopefully though we shouldn't get too much delays because of the weather. Oh, I have to remove the wheel chocks as well. So okay, that's landing gear. Don't want to put up the landing gear yet. But anyway, we have the parking brake on, and now we have the wheel chocks removed. Now, oh, I forgot to put in an approach for the from Manchester, but no problem. I'll get one in now. And we're using the Mersey 1 Bravo.
Locking gear.
There we go. Oh, my cruising altitude has changed to 17,000 feet, apparently. Oh well, I'll take that. 17,000 feet. Check. Using reserve fuel. And everything else I'm okay with. No descent path after Mersey. Oh wait.
Departure check completed. Live has been inserted. Release parking brake.
There we go. Parking brake released.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions.
Ah, I've forgotten about these discontinuities.
Start until push completed and brake set.
Oh, I have to get rid of Malad first. No problem. I can fix that. So delete Malad, and then put in Linus, and then put in the runway 5 right, and execute. There we are. Problem solved. So we're climbing up to 17,000 feet, and then we're descending down to 3,000 on the descent. We'll also turn on the equipment cooling as well. No descent pass after Mersey. And I'm using reserve fuel. Okay. So in the meantime, I'll go ahead and stand by with engine 2.
Parking brakes.
There we go. Parking brake is set. Landing gear is... Didn't mean to use the landing gear there. Oh yeah, and should probably turn on the flight directors as well. They're important. But then again though, if I'm flying this aircraft mostly hand flown, I probably won't need them, but I'll have them on anyway. You know, just to be safe. And I'll put in the ILS code for Manchester Airport for runway 5 right.
Unlocking gear.
111.50. There we are. It's put it in.
Tow truck disconnected.
Actually,
Flight
maybe
must
not.
be removed.
Maybe not put it in yet because I think it's conflicting with another ILS frequency at Dublin Airport. So taxi light can come on. Won't set the main navigation lights. I think is what they are. Let me just check. Let me just check there and see. Oh, the position lights. I keep forgetting what those lights are.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Anyway, I'm standing by with engine 2, Mr. Marshall.
Clear to start engine.
And we have the all clear to start the engines. So I'll go ahead and fire up engine 2. And I can go ahead and pass the fuel and then activate the fuel control switch. Now we'll start up engine 1. And I can go ahead and shut off the APU now. Now that we have electricity running for engine 2. And I'll go ahead and turn back on the packs. Alright, APU is shutting down now. So now we can go ahead and begin taxi to runway 10. Yeah, so far looks like a lot of the mist has cleared up since this morning. It isn't as misty as it was this morning. It's gotten a little bit more easier to see now. So hopefully I shouldn't get too many delays when taking off. No rain or anything like that. Just mist that's currently blinding Ireland at the minute. And as you can notice, I'm not using my webcam this time, simply because the last few attempts of using my webcam, it was costing me frames quite a bit, so I decided for this video not to use it, and it's running a lot more smoother than with the webcam. Anyway, my transition altitude, as I have checked over, is 6,000 feet. So when I reach 6,000 feet, that's when I will set barometric pressure to standard. Now, there's runway 10 there. I think I'll also set speed to 250 knots on takeoff. There we go. Okay, no, I didn't. Wrong button. There we go. There's the right button now for the parking brake. I was pressing the bottom button there instead of the top button for the landing for the parking brake. Alright, now to do a little flight check. Little check on the flight controls. Yep, all good. Speed brake. Yep, speed brake's good. So then, without further ado, let's go to Manchester. Knots. Cross check. $120.
V1.
I forgot to set takeoff trim there.
V2.
Oh, we were a bit off the center line there, so I'll just now pull up. There we go. Now positive rate. Now I can press the top button for gear up, for the gears. Gear up. Oh, excuse me. Quite tired because of a long day today I had at the time of recording this video. However, that's not going to stop me from doing this flight from Dublin to Manchester. Now remember, I'm flying this aircraft manually, so that means no VNAV, no LNAV, just the auto throttle. Which reminds me, so auto throttle is set, speed is set. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We are now at our assigned altitude of 17,000 feet. So you're free now to move around the cabin. However, if you do not wish to do so, then we advise you to stay seated with your seatbelts on. This is just the event if the plane encounters turbulence or if we start falling out of the sky, which is highly unlikely. But for now, we ask you to sit back and relax and enjoy complimentary snacks from our lovely flight attendants and stewards. And we once again we thank you once again for choosing Ryanair, the only airline in Europe that treats its passengers like shit with hard landings. Well, that's one way to get myself banned from flying Ryanair. I'm joking, of course. When I make these cabin announcements, it's really for messing, of course. No offense to Michael O'Leary if he's watching this video. Now to just sit back and relax and just watch my altimeter there as it maintains 17,000 feet. I'll tell you what, this is quite relaxing. Hand flying my aircraft, with the exception of the auto throttle. It's just nice to know that at least I'm in control of my aircraft and I can guide it then. And I can tell the aircraft where to go myself instead of making the computer do the aircraft flying, making the computer do the flying for me. I doubt there's many airline pilots nowadays that manually fly their aircraft. I mean, I could be wrong though, but if you know any airlines where pilots fly their aircraft both by computer and both by hand, then just let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, I just have to keep it nice and steady. That's all I have to do. Nice and steady. We're maintaining 250 knots, and there's our top of the descent just shortly ahead, and we have a SID put in already. So it means that we got our approach sorted out already. In the meantime, though, let's go over the approach ref. I reckon we could do flaps 30 at 148 knots. There we go, I'll put that in. Again, it's very picky or very tedious to try to get the aileron trim right. Alright, we've just passed Linus, so I think now would be a good time to make a descent into Manchester, so I'll turn on the seatbelt sign and make an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We are now beginning our descent into Manchester, so return to your seats, finish out the lavatories, and stow away the table trays because we'll be on the ground in a few minutes' time. Thank you. Okay, passengers have been briefed. And now I'm going to disengage the auto throttle, and I'm going to control the aircraft myself. Now we're going fully hand flowing. Sorry, something caught in my throat a minute. Had a bit of dinner earlier on while I had the video while the video was on pause during that last transition there. Well, in the middle of that last transition, I was having dinner, so that's why I had to stop the video there for a while. Anyway, though, back to the topic at hand. We are now turning right towards runway 5 now. So I think now would be a good time to start putting down the flaps. Flaps 1. Slow down speed to 190 knots. Flaps 2. And as a rule, since I'm flying Ryanair aircraft, there's only one rule when it comes to flying Ryanair, and that's to land the aircraft as hard as I can. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to give up for this flight only. I'm going to give up trying to do soft landings since I'm flying Ryanair, because Ryanair hates its pilots trying to do soft landings. They just want the pilots to put the aircraft down as soon as possible. Flaps 25. Flaps 30. Whoa, the keyboard just moved on me there for a bit. Okay, we're a little lower than that. We're a little below the glide slope, so I'll just bring the aircraft back up a bit. I'm gonna make sure we're dead on perfect. Maybe add some trim. Okay, well, we're approaching stall speed. Let's bring the aircraft speed back up a bit. And the trim is resetting itself now. Don't know why the 737 automatically adjusts the trim itself. I haven't even got autopilot on. There we go. Runway in sight. We're clear to land. Whoa, here comes the cloud. Well, we're coming in way too fast. Let's slow the aircraft down a bit.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Four hundred.
300.
300. And remember, we need a hard landing.
200.
200. Not too hard though. We don't want to make FSX think that I crashed the aircraft.
100.
100.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Whoa, there we go. That's hard enough. Well, would that landing be up to Michael O'Leary standards? Who knows? Anyway, here we are in Manchester. Auto brake come off now. Now we'll just exit left here. And the APU can come on now. Land lights can come off. So can the runway turn off lights. And the taxi light can come on as well. And I can set lights to just steady. Ah, there's our gate right there. So, thanks to my charts, I was able to find that gate, no problem. And it looks like this gate doesn't have a jetway, so it's going to be one of those gates that don't have a jetway. So instead we're using the air bridge, or not the air bridge, the stairs for the passengers to board off. Whoa, not sure what I did there. Where's the marshaller? Ah, yeah, there it is. 2 green lights, 2 green. We're good. And stop. How good are we? A little more further. Come on. Oh, we gone past it a bit. Never mind, just want to push back slightly. And there we go. Done. Parking brake engaged. And now we can safely shut off the engines. And turn off the seatbelt sign. And deboard the passengers. Alright, we finally landed in... Wait, hold on, what? I thought I turned on the APU. Oh, god damn it. I thought I powered up the APU when I arrived. As soon as I landed. Oh, well. Anyway, it's on now, and the power is still going. So, yeah. And we managed to satisfy Michael O'Leary by having a hard landing, because hey, it is Ryanair after all. Anyway, so I thank you guys for joining me on this short manual flight from Dublin to Manchester. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. This is Captain Brereton signing off. Have a good one. Hey guys, it's British Videos here, and I know I said that in earlier on that's the end of the video, but it's just one last thing I want to add in before I finish off the video, and that is regarding my my flight throttle quadrant on the Cytec USB yoke here. Basically, what happened was basically what the confusion was here. Was with this button here. I had this button here assigned as the landing gear, and this button here assigned as the parking brake. So That's when it can cause a bit of confusion here between pressing it up and pressing it. Well, no, that's down. Pressing it down and pressing it up. Sometimes I can get a bit of confused. There can be a bit of confusion there, which can cause me to press it up there for a landing gear, thinking it's this one here for the parking brake. When it's Sorry, let me try that again. Sometimes I might confuse the parking brake with this button, or I might confuse the landing gear with that button, which is a bit of confusion because of the recently I just set my my configuration that way, but it will take a bit of getting used to. But I just thought I'd bring that up for any of you wondering what the whole confusion there was about, and as to why I was mixed up the landing gear button and the parking brake button together. But once again though, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.